Hey people, so Batman vs. Superman. So if you haven't seen this movie and you don't want it ruined for you, go watch the movie first and then come back. Spoilers are ahead. What can I say about this movie? The word disappointing comes to mind. As I'm sure you all know, the main plot of this movie is the conflict between Batman and Superman, hence the name. I gotta say, I was expecting a bit more with this movie, but it was really all over the place. It keeps jumping back and forth between flashbacks, dreams, and reality, and you're really not sure what's real or not. Looking back at the trailers, some of the scenes actually make sense now. Like the people with the skulls on their faces, it's actually a Day of the Dead celebration. Or the scene where there's a Superman task force and Batman's chained up, that's actually a nightmare that Bruce is having. Overall, this movie has a much darker setting. If I didn't know better, I'd say Batman is a little bit crazy. They actually portray him as, and no pun intended here, batshit crazy. He's also a lot darker of a character. The way he moves, the methods of getting information, he's even willing to kill people now. And he does at one point use a rifle, and has actually started branding people, which is actually a death sentence in prison. First of all, Batman has always been against guns and killing people, so I don't know what they were thinking with that. Superman, on the other hand, is just trying to do some good, but does not like how Batman does things and decides to put a stop to it. Now let's get down to the main villain, Lex Luthor. He really reminds me of Heath Ledger's performance of the Joker, and I think that this was possibly a tribute to him. He seems to be the only minute bit of humor in this whole movie. The whole conflict is actually a result of Lex kidnapping Clark's mother. Oh, and just so you know, if they would have finished their fight, Batman would have won. Not that there was ever any doubt. Well, I guess there is for those Superman fans still in denial. The absolute dumbest thing in the world saves Superman. And that's the fact that Bruce's mother and his mother have the exact same name. In fact, it is overemphasized in this movie. Not surprisingly, the big doomsday fight wasn't as thrilling as it could have been, even with Wonder Woman joining in. The whole thing I wasn't really expecting was for them to kill off one of the superheroes. I'm not going to say who, I'm not that heartless. But I will tell you, at the very end, they pretty much leave no doubt that that individual is still alive. Nice, DC, taking a page out of Marvel's book. But it's too little too late for this movie. The timing was very poorly executed. Marvel did it first, and they did it better. Hashtag Coulson lives! Looking at the overall layout of this movie, the style reminds me very much of The Dark Knight. I have no doubt, since these movies were a hit, that they tried to theme this movie in much the same way, hoping to get a similar result. While not making a very good Batman vs. Superman movie, it did make a nice introduction for future Justice League movies, with cameos from not only Wonder Woman, but as well as Aquaman, Flash, and Cyborg. That last one I wasn't expecting, since Cyborg has always been a member of the Titans. The other thing that I was hoping for, and I'm sure a lot of others were hoping for, is that they would use the Flash from the TV show, similar to what Marvel is doing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But no. Would have been smarter if they did, though. This movie at multiple points had me going, what? But some of the scenes were actually explained later, after DC released some deleted scenes. See, you really shouldn't have to do that with a movie like this. This is the kind of thing that makes me so frustrated with DC. Fortunately, I have not lost all hope for them. They have a pretty good track record with their animated shows and movies. They really should just stick with what they're good at. So what did you guys think about Dawn of Justice? Let me know in the comments below. I'm the Painted Dragon, and thanks for watching.